I'm literally.
Alright guys, back here with another video, and this time it's going to be more of a fun deck, and I try to make this deck as competitive as possible, and it's Harpies. I played it at a regional recently, just for the laws, but it was before Dark Neostone, so I did include some of these cards because I thought it would make the deck a little more powerful after you're actually playing it at a big event and realizing what the hard matchups are. But we'll go ahead and get into it right here. We got 3 Harpie Channeler. This is the one of the special ones from deck. You discard any Harpie card, special summon any Harpie from your deck. Pretty neat. We're not playing the Dragon, so we can't do the rank 7 plays that easily, but there is a way to go into the rank 7s in this deck, but it's very, very rare. But yeah, she becomes a level 7 if a Dragon's on board. That's what the key term is. 3 Perfumer. This is it searches for your spells and traps, but there's no trap in this deck that can search yet. But this card's pretty neat. It's good normal summon. You kind of want to open with one of these cards to get your plays going. Very good new card. This is like your Skarm or your Sangan, but it's only when it's from. It can be from field or graveyard. So discard it with a Channeler and get a search at interface for any. Basically, it can replace another Channeler or a Perfumer. But it's really good. It also has a bounce effect that comes up every now and again, but it's not that relevant. 2 of your Garnet. Basically, this is a Harpie Lady 1. You special one from Elegant Egotist, but you only play 2. So if you draw one, you can still special one from deck with Egotist. And if you somehow keep both of these in your deck, you can use 2 Egotists in one turn if you open Egotist and Hysteric Sign. But yeah, it pumps up all your wind monsters by 300. Remember, it pumps up all wind, not wing beasts, which is very key. 2 Queen. This is your searcher for your field spell. You discard it, search for your Harpie Hunting Ground. But you don't want to clog your hand with searchers for your field spell because you have other ways to get to it with your Perfumer as well. Can add it. That's it for the Harpie monsters. 3 Phantasma. Yes, I try to make this as like not budget friendly because I want to make it as competitive as it possibly can be. This is also a level 7 dragon, which can help you make a rank 7, which is pretty key. But it's mainly there for just cycling for your hand traps and stuff like that, which would be 2 Ash, 2 Veiler, and 2 Ogre. I do side the other copies of these, but I'm not going to show a complete side deck. But I'm just going to mention cards from it. 1 more Veiler, 1 Ash, and 1 more Ogre, depending on the matchup. But yeah, this helps digs for them. And they're very good at hand traps. And you go second, you don't want to auto lose because this deck is not very good at breaking boards. Spells, 3 Extravagance. Your extra doesn't matter that much, but you do need the extra oomph to draw you some cards because the deck has no other way to draw cards. So boom, it's a good searcher. A good thing since you only can search, not draw. But yeah, your extra deck does not matter as much, but you do play some extra copies of certain cards that will help you out in situations if you do get in those with your extra deck is necessary. 3 Hysteric Sign. This searches for Elegant Egotist, and whenever sent to the graveyard, at the end of your turn, if you did not activate its first effect, you get to add 3 Harpie cards with different names. Harpie cards in general, so you can even add your broken hand trap. But yeah, this card's really good. 2 of your field spell, not 3. You don't want to break with this card, but it's very powerful against Miskmine and Striker and all cards and a bunch of decks like that. But any back row deck, this card destroys it. Also can trigger your own effects, so that's key to know. 1 Alluring Mirror Spell. I was playing 2 in my original build, but this card is actually a brick. You don't want to draw it ever. If you draw it, oh well, you just don't search it. But this card's very good to search off Perfumer, and it helps you float. Whenever one of your Harpie monsters die, you special one from deck, which will trigger your Hunting Ground and 1 Elegant Egotist. You can recycle this with your Hysteric Signs. 3 Harpie Featherstorm. This card negates all monster effects for the duration of your turn. As long as you control a Harpie, you can play this card from your hand. But you can't have this unless you control a wind wing beast. So if you make Castell, you can still do it, which is very, very spicy. But yeah, this card's insane, and it like some decks just literally can't play when this card's activated. They pass turn, which a 2 out of Thunder Dragon deck by just activating this card. 1 Hysteric Party. This card's nuts. It's like a Monster Reborn Soul Charge, whatever you call it, for all your Harpies that are in the graveyard. And then you can link climb and stuff like that before you do it, and then do it. It's pretty working. The additions after Dark Neostone, 2 Crackdown. This card's pretty insane. You take a monster and then it can disrupt their entire play. They have to get over their own monster. You can link climb with this and do other cute things. So against Orgus, you can take their Galatea and then make a Dingarisu, which is a cool thing to use in my extra deck. And then you got 2 Wing Blast. This is the new tech. I was playing it a long time ago in the original hard builds, but I was thinking, well, you really can interrupt anything, and then at the end phase, you'll do when your deck struggles sometimes, you discard this or Harpist, and you get the free search for 3 cards, and then boom, you set them back a turn. Pretty good, and it's versatile because it can hit spells or traps. and monsters. Extra deck, 1 Castell, it's a winged beast, it's wind. Chidori, they can spin 2 things, one face down, one face up. It's pretty good. And I wish it was a winged beast, but it's not. The Harpie's Pet Phantasmal Dragon, this card can't be targeted. All your Harpies can't be targeted while it's on the board, and this card can attack directly. And lose a material during the end phase. It also gives us a boost from the field spell, and all your other cards to boost wind monsters, which is pretty neat. So you can make this thing attack directly for 3,100. You got Abyss Dweller, cards just nuts. And I do play rank 7. I was playing Drake Attack, but I realized this really never came up. But this card's indestructible by card effects, and it burns your opponent. So the burn plus this is pretty good because during the grind game. But yeah, it's pretty neat. It comes up every now and then, but usually it'll probably just get banished off your extravagance. Your extra deck's not that important. Then you got 1 Dingurusu. If you take your Galatea, boom, overlay with this and send one of their cards to the graveyard, and then you have a 2,600 beater that can protect cards. Link for your generic links, you got 1 Phoenix and 1 Unicorn. These are they'll just help you whenever you take one of their monsters, you can link away with it. And I don't really care about backcard that much, but this could discard your cards and trigger your Sterk Sound on your turn, which is pretty cool. 1 Hita, if you make this, if they're still one of the monsters, you can turn it into this, and then if you're playing a Soundmaker, you can bring back one of their cards like Sunlight Wolf or something else, and you can maybe link them even farther. 2 Great Fly. I was playing 3 in my original build, but you never make more than 1 usually, so this card's really good though. Yeah, boosts all winds and minuses all earths. Pretty good. And whenever it dies, you get to add back any wind monster from your graveyard. 1 Boral Load and 1 Boral Sword. I wanted to have just in case one of these gets banished off my extravagance, I wanted to have a chance to have another. So these cards are very good. So I might actually probably just play 2 Boral Sword, but I only have 1, so that works. And 1 Starving Venom and 1 Violet Chimera for your Super Poly targets. I do side Super Poly, I would not main it. Striker and other rogue decks do not get affected by it, so I'd rather not have those options to run into those decks that don't get care about Super Poly. But thank you guys for watching. We'll just show the side, but I'm still working on it. But I'm probably going to play it in the next local whenever I get a chance. See you guys.